Arroyo here at YCS Raleigh with our top 32 contestant. Please introduce yourself to the world.
My name is Jesus Arroyo. Most of my friends call me Sonic.
Alright, what deck you use, man?
Kashtira.
What made you decide to play this deck for the event?
It's just the deck that I've been playing the longest, and when Snake Eye Fire Kings came out, I wasn't too big on it. I know it's one of the best decks out there right now in the format, but I felt like I can counter their decks with this deck.
Okay, what happened in top 32?
So top 32, I played against branded Despia, 60 card pile, and game one I bricked with a bunch of hand traps. I had to ash for the branded fusion, but he had fusion duplication on the next following turn, so that's all she wrote. And then game two, I tried to set up a board with only one interruption, and he just had full gas from there.
Alright, before we see the goo, any shoutouts?
Shout out to my team Thunder Buddies, my number one supporter, my girl Evelyn, and my team best friend, well, not best friend, one of my closest friends, Will Fresh Rodriguez, helped me build this deck. And my locals where I test that every week, Imperial Gaming and Collectibles down in Meriden, Connecticut. And that's it.
Sweet, without further ado, shows the goo, man.
All right, so I played 3 Unicorns, 3 Fenrirs, 3 Rise Heart, 1 Scareclaw.
Is this standard or max this out?
Yes. So I figured like most builds are playing the Ogre and Prep. I just didn't like it as much. Brand is not around floating, so lab. And I just felt with this I could help break boards easier and make it consistent with 3. And then for the hand traps, I obviously played 3 Shifters. I played 3 Nibs, 3 Ash, 3 Veilers, 2 Mourners.
So you like the ratio?
I like the ratio. A friend of mine told me to keep the Mourners in. Going into this event right after the ban list with only 5 days to prep for this YCS, a lot of people were speculating that Colossus will make a big impact, but I just felt like with no Omni negates, more people will be susceptible to Nib, and I just went from there and decided to main deck the Nib. And for the spells, I played 4 field spells with Terraforming, 3 Bursts, 2 Theosis, 3 Pot of Prosperities. There's nothing much to say. I know most people play 3. I've been back and forth comfortable playing with 2 or 3. Everything else is just pretty much standard. And then for the traps, I played the 3 Imperms and 1 Rivalry.
What's this one, man?
Rivalry, I can honestly say one of the best MVPs of the deck. Snake Eyes have trouble around it. My last round in round 11, game 3, Snake Eye went first, had full board. I draw for turn, he flipped up anti-spell, and I had a field spell, Theosis, Rivalry, and Econ. So I set everything. He end phase, goes IP into Flame Burst to bring out IP into SP Little Knight, and he targeted with SP my Theosis, which got banished, which I was fine with. Then once he drew for turn, he tried to go into battle for game. I flipped up Rivalry. He uses SP to banish his Appaloosa, and then attacked me with everything, brought me down to 400, and then I just crawled back into the game and eventually ended up winning that game because of Rivalry.
Dang, impressive. What's the made that count, man?
40.
40? Got it.
That was a main deck. Side. 3 draws. Felt like that's all I needed for like monster. Spells, I had the 2 Econs. Shout out to my boy Will for suggesting me to play this. Did help me win my last round in day 1 against Heroes. 2 Lightning Storms, 3 Cosmics, 3 Solemns, and 2 D-Barriers. Not much to say. I like the side deck. Haven't used this much because I didn't play much against Purely, Voiceless, or Branded throughout the tournament, but everything else just came in when I needed it. Then for the extra, it's pretty much standard for Heat Soul Cash. So Heat Soul lineup, I had 2 Link Spiders, and 1 Crystal Heart, and 1 Hiso, and then the 1 Dracossack. So this is a standard Hiso line. Then follow up with an Apple or SP, depending on the matchup I'm playing against. For XEs, we had the 1 Shing, 1 Big Eye, 1 Harmonizer, 1 Dark Arm, 1 Red Ice Flare, 1 Sky Crisis, and 1 Zeus.
Yo, did Harmonizer ever come up?
So I could have made Harmonizer a couple times, especially against the Snake Eye Fire King matchup, but I barely played any of the Fire Kings. It was just more pure Snake Eyes that I was seeing. So against the Fire Kings, like this one does put it work because now it can't be destroyed by card effects that are fire. So it protects me from basically Karen, Princess, all that stuff. And then the last card that I decided to tech in just because I was playing it was the 1 Donner.
Nice.
And that's it.
Sweet. Well, hey, congrats on topping the first YCS post ban list. The game changes again next week.
Yep. Definitely going to change next week. Thank you.
There you go. That's it.